Thorstead Field, home of the Summerville Bears, comes alive again for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. The Summerville Bears return back to their home field after taking a devastating loss last week just across the river at Calaveras. A 1-point loss, 35-34, due to a blocked extra point attempt in the final minutes. Bryson Benitez, it doesn't count as a miss, it counts as a block, but unfortunately Summerville will have a 1 on the right side of their record. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Danny Scott back with me. Glad you're here. Let's talk about this matchup first before we dive a little deeper into last week. River Islands, the Riptide, their first season, not only in Motherlode League play, but just in football play alone. The team out of Tracy, a new development, one of the fastest growing cities, and they're here tonight showing up in the Motherlode.
Yeah, a fresh team coming up here. A bit of a drive. We kind of looked it up. It's about an hour and a half, but you got to factor in the rush hour traffic that they were going through and the being on the bus, so probably a couple-hour trip for River Islands, but a developing program. Not the season they might have hoped for, sitting at 1-5, not many points scored this year, but they do have a victory under their belt. They know what it's like to win, and Summerville is looking for a get-right game, so I feel bad for any team that Summerville is going to be facing tonight because they have got to be a little angry after last week's game.
The Riptide, as you mentioned, come into this game 1-5. They know what it's like to win, as you had mentioned also, but more than that, they know what it feels like to shut out a team because that one win was against Modesto Christian in the second week of the season, 12-0. Not a high-scoring game for them, but their defense stood up against the Modesto Christian Crusaders, and they were able to pull off that victory. But looking at the rest of their season, they started off in Stockton against Franklin, and they lost 41-0. Then they played Chavez, also out of Stockton, lost 58-0. Played Big Valley Christian their first week of Motherlode League play. They were able to put up 8 points. Their defense couldn't really do much as the Lions put up 52 points. And then the last 2 weeks, really hard for them as they've played the two other tougher teams in the league of Calaveras and Linden, and now playing Summerville on 3 back-to-back weeks. No other team is going to do that. So the Riptide, they're getting the welcoming into the Motherlode League with the 3 tough teams back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah, it's definitely a very tough stretch, and especially for a new program. You know, a lot of these kids could be their first time playing football. It's a very new community, so they're just trying to get some wins under their belt. But like you mentioned, facing Summerville tonight and only having 20 points scored the entire season, that's what Summerville did last week in just the fourth quarter alone. They outscored Calaveras 20-0. Obviously, that blocked field goal is, I'm not going to say what cost them the game, but was the difference in the game. But River Island's up for a tall task tonight going against a hungry Summerville team that's looking for a massive get-right game.
We were sad not to be able to bring you the game last week. We really apologize. We tried the best we could to get out there and do the game, but unfortunately, due to some of the technical issues that we had, weren't able to do that. We will talk about the game last week when we come back from this commercial break, but first, our captains for the Summerville Bears. It's Isaac Biggs, Owen Herrera, Chris Chevrolet, and Gage Anderson as they meet at the field. Here is some of your local NorCal Sports TV sponsors.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Well, we have the matchup tonight between River Islands and Summerville. Although last week was the big story, not only through the Motherlode League, but kind of the Sac-Joaquin section. It was talked about a lot as Summerville will be in the Division 7 bracket when it comes playoff time. Calaveras still sticking in that D6 pocket. But for the Summerville Bears, they were the last standing team in D7 in the Sac-Joaquin section without a loss. Calaveras handing them their first. How are they going to react to that? Here, we can probably see a big game, but they're not going to have another big matchup until the non-league game next week against Hillmar.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, it was kind of a shock to us, at least. We had done preparation going into the game. We expected to do it, and like you mentioned, some technical difficulties, the internet not being too friendly with us there, didn't allow us to do it, but we fully expected Summerville to go into Calaveras last week and win. Obviously, that didn't happen, but now I've mentioned it a couple times already. This is a massive get-right game for Summerville. I think they need to come out and make a statement and really kind of prove to everyone that, hey, last week was a fluke. Even though it was a close game, that's a team that we should have handled. And they need to come out and prove not only to everyone else, but back to themselves that they're a very good football team.
Now, as a broadcaster, you look at the stats, you look at the information that's in front of you, and one big part of the game was the passing situation, and Leveros, through the beginning of the season, has shown his ability to pass the ball. In prior years, and when he was still developing, it was sort of an issue, and they went more to the run game, but now we've seen Leveros pass the ball a little bit more. He went 5 of 10 on passing, but when we look at targets, we look at the numbers of catchable balls, right? So the receivers did their job in catching 6 of the passes, and they went 100%. But for the passing-wise, getting near targets if they're actually catchable, Leveros went 5 of 10. So 5 of those balls just weren't in the vicinity of a receiver, or they were intercepted. So 8 of the 10 passes that Leveros put in the air were caught. Just 3 were by the other team. We'll talk more about it right after this for the national anthem. Since 1932, the Motherlode League has been the home of Summerville Bears football. Football, a game where legends are made and glory is earned. But one cannot do it alone. It's not about the individual talent, it's about the spirit of unity that binds them together. Looking back at thousands of players, hundreds of games fueled by passion and determination. But whether it's past or present, it's all focused on one goal: winning. Decades in the making, growing year by year, the 7-time Motherlode League champions return to the gridiron. The Bears Quarterback Club and NorCal Sports TV presents Summerville Bears Football. Played 3 games though. Summerville Bears football from Thorstead Field on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Danny Scott with me, and the Summerville Bears kicking off to the River Island Riptides for the first time in history. Picked up inside the 5. Summerville special teams trying to keep him inside the 5. They do, as he's down at the 2-yard line. Summerville special teams, defense, whatever you want to call it, showing off early with the tackle from number 42, Angus Henderson.
Starting off strong for Summerville right there. A little interesting decision to just run across the length of the field there, but River Island starting the game off not in a great situation, especially going up against a stout Summerville defense.
Riptides, or Riptide. I don't think there's a plural with an S, right? Just Riptide.
I believe it's like the Sanford Cardinal, just the Riptide.
The Riptide.
But before we really get into it, Levi, real quick score prediction on this one.
Oh, this is a tough one. After seeing what Calaveras and Linden were able to do, I know Summerville is putting some different players in different positions. So I think a 70-0 game, just like what Linden did, is what Summerville is going to try to attempt to do as well.
So just based off of what I'm seeing right now, I'm going to give Summerville getting a safety, so I'm going to go 65-0.
Riptide barely able to escape the end zone. They're down at the 1 after the tackle for loss. Summerville will try to do it again, except pin them into the black turf. Kyle Hamilton is one of those players in a different position. He's playing linebacker. You see him at the lower side of the linebacker position. Here's the snap, the run, and he is swallowed up in the end zone for the safety.
Great start for Summerville, getting the safety after 2 defensive plays, after a great special teams coverage for him. And you can already tell Summerville's coming out a little hot. They want to prove to everyone that they are still the team that everyone thought they were going into last week.
One minute into play, River Island's able to pull off 2 plays before moving on. Now the Riptide will have to, looks like they're going to put the ball on the ground instead of electing to punt. So from the 20, they will try to launch this one as far back as possible and avoid the Lopez brothers, who will be back to receive.
I would imagine that's pretty common at the high school level to be doing a more kickoff style than a punt. You don't see many great punters in high school. At least I feel like we haven't. So far in the couple years that we've been doing this and back to my playing days, I never really saw guys punt it more than 30, 40 yards. So it makes sense that they're going to elect to kick it away here. Got a better chance of getting a funky bounce than you would on a punt.
So to kick for the Riptide, it's Sarapella, the junior. And if you noticed the roster, all 11s and 10s with the first-year school, no graduating class this year, will be picked up at about the 45-yard line, blitzing down the middle of the field, looking to escape the defense, dragged down by the shoulder pads inside the 15-yard line. Goes Lopez.
Malachi Lopez, one of the sophomores for Summerville that has shown us multiple times he's a great player. A couple weeks ago in that game against Riverbank, he started the game off with a pick 6 on the defensive side. This time, his first touch of the ball is a pretty darn good kick return, almost housing it, just tracked down from behind, but sets up Summerville in great field position to punch it in here early.
Leveros is out there on the field. I was wondering if they would put Roberson out there in the position to start this game, but they'll go back to their original lineup as we have an offsides call.
I would imagine at least through the first quarter it's going to be pretty typical guys that we're going to see. Leveros out there. You'll see Luke Larson and both Malachi and Orlando Lopez. But after Summerville starts to build up a little bit of a lead. I would imagine some of the younger guys we'll see play a lot more.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. It's Biggs to the left of Leveros. Larson at the very bottom of the screen. Herrera is at the top. The snap. Leveros spins, pitches. Colton Cash will get a touch to the end zone. Finds the pylon, and it's a Summerville touchdown.
Quick Summerville touchdown on that one. First play didn't count on the offsides penalty, and Cash just takes it, and you watch on the replay, Leveros had to pitch that with his left hand. A good job getting it out there to Cash, who caught it in stride and just strides right into the end zone for 6.
Larson took the receiver that was at the bottom of the screen with him, making sure that there would be no blocker over there. Exactly what Luke Larson does. The specialist, Bryson Benitez, for the extra point with ease, remains perfect on the season. You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
Caldwell Insurance, our local team, is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com. When it comes to safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections. Voted Best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. JBixlerInspections.net.
Summerville Bears football from Thorstead Field. Danny Scott, I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Summerville off to a 7-0 start over the River Islands Riptide.
Check that 9-0 after that safety, Levi.
9-0, my apologies.
Got to remember the defensive effort from Summerville, but a quick start here, a minute 30 into the game, and Summerville already has a 2-possession lead.
This ball from Benitez goes inside the 10, but also goes out of bounds, so the Riptide will have better starting field position than what Summerville truly wanted to give them. And we'll see the Summerville defense not have that extra push with the end zone for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and even though it went out of bounds, I love the idea by Benitez there. Exactly what he did on the last kick, just trying to pin him in that corner, let Summerville run down there, force him to run across the field like they did, and try to pin him deep. But with the way the Summerville defense started, I'm not sure it quite matters where River Island starts.
Let's talk about Benitez a little bit more. In the last game, he was 4 of 4 on extra points, didn't attempt a field goal, although in the second half, he had 2 onside kicks that were both recovered by the Summerville special teams. We'll see the first pass from the Riptide go over the head of the intended target, Ewan Costales, the junior halfback, going into a receiving position. Though onside kicks, we saw him last year do really good in special teams. Of course, he always does really good, although onside kicks was kind of a specialty that they were working with. And this time, he didn't recover it, but he had a really good chance to recover the first one. Went 10 yards down the field, jumped on it. Second one, Calaveras was ready for it. He pooched it over the front line. Summerville was able to rush down and beat the Redhawks to the ball, and that was the 2 onside kicks that kept him in the game and almost won it for him.
Yeah, Benitez is a guy that we've talked about. We expect to see him playing football at the next level. Still only a junior, so just going to get better over the next year and change that we have left in this season. But Benitez is a guy that you expect at a minimum to be playing high-level Division I football, and looks like a fumble, and Summerville's going to get it back as we're going on gushing about the kicker. The defense makes a play.
Kyle Hamilton and Gabe Rafferty both in on the tackle. I don't know who caused it, although the ball did come out. Summerville jumps on top, and from now the 37-yard line, Summerville's offense will be back in motion.
Only a minute 44 into the game. Summerville already on their second possession, up 9-0.
Herrera and Larson, the receivers. Lopez in motion from left to right. Leveros looks to pass. He does find Larson. He has two blockers in front. He'll escape one defender. Second one, he pushes away from him. Larson still moving his feet to the 10, launching his way to the 5. Luke Larson on the pass reception nearly finds the end zone.
Luke Larson is just one of those guys that on both offense and defense is just absolutely relentless. You see on this play, dragging defenders with him, hurdling guys, stiff arms, and on the defensive side of the ball, he is not afraid to stick his face in and make a tackle. One of the most players that you see out here play with the most passion out here. Just loves the game of football and plays so hard.
Biggs gets the call, answers, end zone, touchdown Summerville.
And it looked like on that one, Biggs just goes untouched right into the end zone. An easy 6 points there for Summerville, extending their lead.
It'll be back to Benitez. Snap, hold, kick. Benitez is good. 16-0. The Bears lead the Riptide in Tuolumne.
Bears fans, the Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through three functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
Isaac Biggs getting the call on that last touchdown run. Colton Cash had the first, in which he scored for Summerville. When we look back at the Calaveras game, Summerville got the ball to start on the second play of the game. Colton Cash ran down the left side of the field, took it all the way to the end zone, although got called for a taunting penalty, in which Calaveras got called for a personal foul. The officials got together, say they offset, so they brought the ball all the way back to the original line of scrimmage, in which the rules get a little iffy in that scenario because a taunting call usually takes place from the spot of the foul, especially since Colton Cash was inside the 20-yard line, but they lost 60 yards from what Colton Cash was able to run, get to the end zone, so it brought it all the way back, and that's one of those other things you can look at and say this is what cost Summerville the game. Or was it the interceptions? Was it the blocked extra point? There's so many things you can look at, but ultimately Calaveras played the first half and the second. Summerville truly only played the second. Riptide will get hit. Rathmill picks it up. He's got some room. Quarterback gets some separation. Rathmill, the stiff arm, and a touchdown. Summerville defense.
You think Summerville was ready for this game tonight?
No, more than ready. That ball came out in the exchange. The running back saw Roberson come through and did not want to get his hands on that ball. Thought the quarterback would pull it out, and he didn't. So the ball dropped loose for Rathmill to pick up and get a defensive touchdown.
And that's just inexperience by River Island, but Summerville coming out firing on all cylinders, both sides of the ball.
Let's keep it here for this one. 9 minutes, 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Summerville already leading 23-0. My entire family watching from around the nation. My parents, brother, sister-in-law watching from Alabama, and my sister and her husband watching from Sparks, Nevada.
Yeah, I know I got a few friends watching. A buddy in New York, another buddy in Texas. Shout out Ryan and Nick, but Summerville, I believe you asked me pregame, how long until we see the first touchdown? And I said, give it 4 minutes into the game. Here we are 2.5 minutes into the game, and Summerville's already got 3.
23-0. Summerville, when they played Bret Hart a couple weeks ago in Angels Camp, had some troubles in the first quarter. It was 7-6 at the end of one. They scored on the first play in the second quarter, and from that point they never looked back. And here, starting off strong and trying to keep that rhythm throughout the entire 4 quarters.
I'm very excited to see the River Island Bret Hart game. I think that'll be a pretty competitive game after seeing what Summerville is currently doing to River Island and what Summerville did to Bret Hart.
River Island gets a touch at the 30, slips through his hands, and luckily another Riptide was there to pick it up. From the 26-7 yard line, the Riptide will start another drive. You look at the Riptide coming out, playing all these Motherlode League teams, getting slaughtered by almost every team they play except for Modesto Christian, and yet they're trying to build their program. And it's no slight to what I'm about to say, but Millennium last year, they backed out of a game against Summerville later on in the season, and this year they decided not to bring their football program. But River Islands is trusting in the coaches, they're trusting in the players that they want to go out there and play the game. And hopefully Millennium next year will be a part of this and be able to face off not only against River Island but the rest of the Motherlode League teams.
And you know, for a brand new school, looking over at that River Island sideline, they don't have a shortage of guys. I mean, it's not a gigantic team, but you're probably looking at 25 guys on your varsity level, and also having a JV team, probably expect to have about 50 guys in the program. And as you just build up, you mentioned it earlier, that River Islands is one of the fastest growing communities in all of the state of California. So you expect them eventually to be able to draw in bigger and better talent and more players just to have on the roster in general. But as of right now, still such a fresh program. It's tough sledding.
Launches it deep, intercepted by Orlando Lopez. He'll try to take the run back. Goes sideline and finally stopped at about the 15-yard line. It looked good to start for the Riptide, although he got hit while he threw. That's what let the ball go a lot shorter than what he was expecting, or else the Riptide very well could have had a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's another situation there with Malachi and Orlando Lopez. Anything little bro can do, big bro can do better. Malachi, the one that had that great kickoff return for Summerville's first drive after the safety, and then Orlando comes out, gets a pick, and returns it pretty close to where Malachi got it.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Here's Leveros putting Lopez in motion from left to right. The handoff on the loop around. He'll try to push through. Gets decent yardage, about 10.
And I love Coach rewarding the guy that got them down into that situation, giving Orlando Lopez the chance to get the touchdown after he gets the near pick six.
Riptide have played some tough games, but the one thing that has held up for them the most is the defense, and that's one thing that we can look at in this game, how many times they're able to stop the Summerville offense as Isaac Biggs finds a touchdown. 6 points, Summerville.
Very quick broadcaster jinx there from you, Levi, but Summerville already only 3.5 minutes into this game. I won't broadcast jinx, but let's just say they have 29 right now, and I expect them to add one more on the PAT attempt.
Benitez is good to make it 30-0. Here is Deo Espresso and Benton Roberson CPAs.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
The Summerville Bears 30, River Island Riptide 0. Summerville to kick off. Bryson Benitez looking at his target. It's a Deo Espresso in Smoothies kickoff as Benitez pins it to the 5. That's where the run back starts. And it ends around the 12.
I think River Islands could use a couple Deos right now. Time to wake up if you're River Islands, if you want to have any type of a chance in this game. Has been about as bad of a start as you can have for River Islands, but on the flip side, Summerville, about as good of a start as you can have. Jumping out here almost 4 minutes into the game, already down, or for Summerville, already up 30.
No, the River Island crowd not watching right now unless they're watching from home, but the next time you're near the Motherlode, stop by a Deo Espresso, grab yourself a smoothie or a drink. I finally got one this week. I've been talking about it all season long. My mom came to town from Alabama, and she said, "You talk about Deo so much on the broadcast. I need to get one before I go." And here, River Islands, the Riptide, earn a first down with a huge passing play to number 18, Chigozie Urgoji.
River Island showing a little bit of life, finally moving the ball on offense. If my memory serves me correct, I believe that's their first positive play of the night, so that's something for River Islands.
People ask me about Summerville, how they're doing, what I truly think about them, and I don't hold back. The one thing I know about the Summerville defense is the pass defense is lacking a little bit, and as they progress through the season, that's one thing that they have to get used to and close down on and clamp down on, because Linden passes 90% of the time, and that could very well be what could either be a three-way tie for the league title, or it can be Linden winning it straight out if they're able to beat Calaveras too.
And you see that play. Summerville's defensive line is just so tough up front. That front seven of Summerville, I've kind of gushed about them all season long, but does a great job of breaking through the line and keeping contained. And the couple linebackers that are studs between Luke Larson and Evan Roberson, they just do a great job of keeping everything in front of them.
Second and 12 for the Riptide. From the pistol. Line sets, takes their time, looking to throw again. Being tracked by Roberson. Gets rid of it to the open man on the right side of the field, and it's incomplete. Looking to march their way into Summerville territory for the first time, just didn't have the hands. That was the same man who caught the first down play just a minute ago. Ugorji.
And he was wide open on that one, and just kind of a rush throw, just out of his reach. He was able to get a hand on it, but a tough catch there for the receiver. But Summerville doing a good job of making the quarterback, El Ferrara, get out of the pocket and run and kind of force that throw to be a little wide of his target.
Roberson, Henderson, and Anderson are the three on the front line for the Summerville defense. Herrera will try to push through, so will Rathmill as he cuts the edge trying to take that away. Pass gets out to the area of Juan Costales. Jevin Rogers is there to put the pressure on.
And fourth down, looks like River Islands is sending out what I would imagine is their punting unit. Orlando Lopez heading back for the Bears to return the kick. Punter for River Islands, Israel Fuentes. Big man punter, always love to see that.
Gets rid of this one barely as Kyle Hamilton nearly got in front of it. Ball will be tagged down at the 50, midfield. See how close Hamilton got to this. Busted straight through. I don't know how he didn't get in front of that ball, but Fuentes got it to the 50.
I think Hamilton was worried about the roughing the kicker penalty, but one thing to note, if you block the kick, there is no such thing as roughing the kicker. So go after that ball.
Cash will be stopped for a gain of 1. There's that Riptide defense.
And if you're Coach Leveros in this situation, what's the magic score to kind of pull the starters?
I think they will play the entire first quarter at least. They want to get the starters back out there, get that game time experience a little bit more. We saw Roberson and McQuinn, the backfield for Summerville in the second half of the Riverbank game, but I think with this and a score so high that they'll allow them to play the first quarter. They might put them into different positions, but the first quarter.
It's like the penalty, going Summerville's way on the Riptide on that one, giving them a free 5 yards.
Herrera and Hamilton will be the two receivers lined up as he hands it off to Lopez. Orlando moving his way to the high red zone.
Lopez already starting off with a pretty darn good first quarter. Had the pick on the previous River Islands drive and then a couple of good runs. Hasn't quite found the end zone yet, but definitely inching closer to finding pay dirt.
Touchdowns last week. 1 came from Cash, 4 came from Leveros. Not a lot of touches for the Summerville offense last week. Biggs gains about 8.
Biggs running real hard so far tonight, too. Had those 2 touchdowns already, but I believe on both of them he went completely untouched. That time, finally, someone gets a hand on him and is able to bring him down to the ground.
Leveros, they hand off to Evan Roberson. He'll chug along with 3 men on his back.
Roberson, one of the strong sophomores that we'll see play a lot tonight. As you've mentioned, the backup quarterback, probably the future at quarterback after Leveros is done. Leveros, a junior, Roberson, a sophomore, but running the ball very hard there. Good pickup for a first down, and he'll join the backfield with Leveros.
Cash in motion. Leveros flicks it out to him. Roberson will block, and there's no white jerseys there. End zone, touchdown, Summerville.
Cash, his second touchdown of the game, both times. That little pitch play out to the left side of the field, and just an easy stroll into the end zone, and an easy 6 there for Summerville.
About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter as Benitez will attempt yet another extra point. Benitez still gets it through. The oohs and the ahs from the crowd. Let's look at this a little bit closer from Benitez. So the snap comes low. Larson puts it on the tee, and Benitez had to stutter his way into that kick, just a standing kick, and he was still able to put it through.
Very impressive leg strength there from Benitez. Remains perfect on the season, even through the hardships.
Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Again, featuring Bryson Benitez.
I have a feeling we're going to be calling Bryson Benitez's name quite a bit tonight, whether on kickoff or extra points.
Benitez will launch this one nearing the end zone. This time they'll learn, let it go into the back of the end zone, and start from the 20-yard line. With all the turnovers, we can look back to Calaveras. Calaveras won the turnover battle as Summerville allowed 3 interceptions from Bryce Leveros. And the Summerville defense, although they caused 2 fumbles, were only able to get 1 of them. And that's one of those things. Could they have won if they got more, or if they didn't allow the interceptions? So much in that game that you can look at, pin it on one thing, but in the end, it was everything combined. You play a little bit better, you don't allow those, then you don't have to worry about it. Low snap, and taken down immediately. It'll be a loss of 5.
And going back to that Calaveras game and the turnovers from Bryce Leveros, and honestly, Leveros isn't asked to pass a lot. It's kind of a catch-22. You get down by 19, you think you got to pass to get back in the game, but that is just not Summerville's offense. As we've seen, they're more than capable of having the big play on the run and making big plays on the defensive side of the football. So a tough kind of pill to swallow last week, trying to kind of force in passes. And you look at Leveros's game on the ground, adding in those 4 rushing touchdowns, but on the other stat sheet, you see the 3 interceptions, and you go, man, what a rough game. But only rough in one category. He's still one of the best rushers that we'll see in the Motherlode League.
Well, pass again, tipped and actually saved from Michael Figueroa. The sophomore, if he didn't get his hand on that, most likely would have been intercepted. So a small break for River Island, who finds himself on 3rd and long. In the run game for Summerville, don't have the numbers on the season, but they didn't have the numbers last week. They had 87 yards from Leveros on 19 rushes. He was the main ball carrier and just the main man on offense. He had 4 rushing touchdowns, but then in the lower category, they had 4 other rushers with Colton Cash going 122 yards on 9 carries. Could have been nearly 200 if he was able to get that first touchdown without the taunting penalty. Besides that, Isaac Biggs had 48, and the other 2 had 15 combined. Rolling right, Rathmill's in the backfield. Past the line of scrimmage, has to run it himself. He's not going to go anywhere as Jevin Rogers throws him to the ground.
And looks like they're going to say he was still in bounds, so the clock will keep running, at least for this play.
Riptide fans not liking that tackle either. Jevin Rogers, I guess he threw him down a little late out of bounds, but when you're down 37 points, you take everything to heart. I've been there plenty of times.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that play. I think he was already in the process of tackling him. Could he have let up? Yes, but if you already have started the process of trying to get him to the ground, 99% of the time you're going to finish that process.
Under a minute and a half left in the first. Some movement on the line. Fly goes to the Summerville side, so it'll be 4th and 5 for the Riptides. Riptide.
It's like they're still going to punt the ball away. Orlando Lopez waiting back patiently to return the kick.
He wants it.
Well, he saw little bro do it, so he definitely wants a chance to at least match what Malachi did.
Fuentes, high snap. Gets it under wrap, but good punt from Fuentes. Take a Riptide bounce going all the way near the 30. He's going to try to return it. Down the sideline, still going. Orlando Lopez on his feet to the 25-yard line.
I really thought he was going to break that. He had some blockers in front of him. It's tough to see on that far side of the field, but someone was just able to get him down, chasing him down from behind. It's like number 15, Umali.
He had all the blockers he could ask for, although nobody thought about the guys behind. River Island will call a timeout, and that'll be perfect time to send you to Jay Bixler Inspections and Caldwell Insurance.
Safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections. Voted best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. JBixlerInspections.net. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
River Island's called the timeout. It's 1st and 10 Summerville. Here's the play out of the break. It's Lopez getting the call after his punt return. We'll learn about 9. Actually, they'll move the chains to get the first down. 1st and goal from the 9. Lopez, touchdown. Flips into the end zone. Summerville scores again into the 40s in the first quarter.
I'd be curious what Summerville's points record in one quarter is. I would imagine this has to be pretty darn close. 43 in the first quarter with an extra point attempt on the way. And Lopez luckily avoids the taunting penalty on that one. Scoring with some style points.
Benitez, extra point. Larson gets it down this time, and it's through to tack on the extra. It's 44-0 in Tuolumne.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
They ran the last 15 seconds off the clock to end the first quarter, so it looks like they'll switch the field, and Summerville will be kicking from left to right to continue on in this one. looking back at some of the stats from prior games, last year at Waterford, Summerville scored 28 points in the first quarter down in the valley, and then 2 years ago against Bret Hart, they scored 27 in the first quarter, but nowhere near 44.
Yeah, and that's just recent history. I would imagine at some point this upcoming weekend or week, you'll figure out what the number one is, and I would imagine this has got to be pretty darn close to it. And it looks like we're already going to be rolling with a running clock here in the second quarter.
Clock ticking down from 12, and it won't stop until halftime for a break, and then from that point, just 24 straight minutes. Also on our network currently, Sonora traveling down to Husky territory to face Houston, in which the Huskies and Sonora both defeating Escalon, which is a huge shocker in this year's TVL with the new realignment. Although as they continue, this is basically for the TVL title. And right now, Houston is leading 10-3 with 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. You can watch that game on NorCal Sports TV. Also, don't go away yet. Continue with us through the end of this, and you can catch the second half later from Houston.
Figueroa, the one getting the reception there for the Riptide, kind of went down funky, kind of walking back to the huddle with a slight limp.
Second and 2 for the Riptide. Fumbled the snap, pipped it back up, dished it off, and this will move the chains forward.
River Island switching up their quarterback, going from Alfara to number 3, George Dea. Trying to get anything they can working here.
River Islands have played 3 different quarterbacks this season. Figueroa, Dea, and Alfara. Handoff, pushing right. Herrera, the track down, gaining nice yardage. Will be a 9-yard gain.
Alex Henry, the sophomore. Good run there against the Summerville defense. And it looks like Summerville has already pulled some of their starters. Letting some fresh faces see the field early in this one.
Dea, the junior quarterback for the Riptide, has played 4 games. He has 6 completions on 18 attempts for 45 yards. Only 1 interception for him, as we have a sack from number 52, Douglas Henderson.
And it happened so fast you thought it was a sack, but that was actually a handoff, and Henderson just gets there real fast, disrupting that play. Great job getting in the backfield and getting the TFL there.
Four minutes into quarter 2, Summerville 44, River Island 0. Another decent gain from the Riptide, slowly moving that ball, although they do find themselves on a 4th down.
And you got to think this is 4-down territory for them. This is the best field position they've had up to this point, and actually starting to move the ball a little bit on this drive, so looks like they will be going for it on 4th down, trying to get another 1st down here.
They need 3 to keep the drive alive. From the pistol, Dea. Snap, throwing, left side, caught, complete, 1st down, Riptide.
That's number 18, Ugori, a guy that we've seen with a couple receptions already here tonight. And River Island starting to put together a little drive, approaching Summerville territory.
He had the 15-yard reception down the left side for their first positive play and their first down about midway through the first quarter. And he's the guy to go to for the Riptide. Handoff goes right past Rathmill. It's picked up at the 50, and here are the rest of the Bears. Nearly all 11 people trying to take him down. Finally do after a gain of 8.
Yeah, 10 of 11 guys on the field in that play. But a good run there from Henry, and River Island finally in Summerville territory. First time they've broken the 50 here tonight. Trying to at least make this game not a shutout, so a good start to this drive so far.
Second and 2, one receiver high at the top of the screen. They go to the ground. That's a nice takedown by number 14, Gabe Rafferty.
And just like that, Summerville heard what I said about them finally getting into their territory and drives them right back, bringing up third and medium here to go. Second quarter already flying by, 4.5 minutes down.
Dea to the air. Intercepted by Lopez. A chance for the return he's been waiting for. Tripped up at the 35-yard line. Orlando Lopez once again with the defensive stats.
Already a couple interceptions for Lopez tonight. Done a great job on punt return as well. Just missing that touchdown so far to complete the phenomenal first half. But a couple good runs on the ground. Just hasn't been able to find pay dirt yet.
Four and a half until the end of quarter 2. Summerville, they kicked off at the start of the second quarter, and now their first chance to score in the second. This is Richie Hanley moving his way inside the red zone, inside the 10.
Great run there from Hanley. Not many touches so far in the season, but gets the speed to the outside and almost gets it into the end zone, setting up first and goal from the 3-yard line.
And there's not much you can do there. The blockers, they did get in front, although the Riptide sent over one extra person. That's the one who took him down, and that's exactly what they needed to do defensively. Biggs in the backfield. Hanley and Cash are the two tight end wings, whatever you want to call them. There's Hanley again, lost it. And this is Riptide football.
Big break there for River Islands on that one, and you'll see on the replay here in just a second. Just looked like it wasn't a... No, it was a clean handoff. Hanley just lost the football, and River Islands right there to jump on it. Looked to be an easy touchdown there for Hanley, but unable to hang on to the ball.
Try to move it into the pocket of your arm. He held on to it, cuddled it, and then as soon as you try to move it, slips right out. Handoff. And probably no gain on the play.
Appears that they got back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and 10. Another good gang tackle there from Summerville. Everyone getting in on it.
Herrera was the first one there. 2nd and 10 from the 5. 2 minutes till we're halfway through.
very funny to see backup quarterback Evan Roberson playing nose guard in this one. I would imagine we'll see him in at quarterback in the second half, and in the first half playing some defensive line here.
Dea throwing from his own end zone. Herrera on his back, releases it just out of reach of the intended target, Ugorji.
And Ugorji doing a good job of getting open so far here tonight, but a couple misfires from the quarterbacks that we've seen for the Riptide. Bringing up 3rd and long here. Minute to go here in the second quarter.
Riptide possibly shutting out the Bear offense in the second quarter.
No comment on that one. No comment.
Hey, they had the drive. They were right there at the end zone. Even though the defense really didn't do anything to force the fumble, they did stop them from scoring.
That is completely fair. However, one thing to note, this quarter has gone significantly faster than the first.
Riptide taking their time. It's 4th down, and it looks like both teams will just head to the sideline and take us to the half with that. Danny, let's stay here for a moment. 44-0. We saw everything from Summerville. It was a lot of defense. Started off with the safety. They got the touchdown from Colton Cash, Isaac Biggs shortly after that, and it just went on and on and on. When you look at a football season, because I never played football, I see it from the outside looking in, but from your perspective, playing a team like River Island that's in your league, you have to play them, and then you play a team like Calaveras the week before, you play Linden in a couple of weeks. How does this affect your season? Because some people can say, oh, it's good for you because you're getting a win, you're getting out there running your plays, but at the same time, you're not playing at the level of the other team, so when you do play those teams, you're not as prepared.
It's tough to say because both opinions, I believe, can be correct. I would say the majority of the time, especially coming off a tough loss like you had against Calaveras, and I said it in the pregame, and I'll sound like a broken record, but this is a get-right game for Summerville. It's a tune-up. You know, you had the heartbreaker last week. You've been rolling. Going into the last week, you're 6-0. You feel like you're unbeatable, and you get humbled. And honestly, I think in the long run, that loss to Calaveras may be good for them. It shows that they are human. You know, you want that magical undefeated season that you just go 10-0 in your season games and go on to win the state championship. But more often than not, that does not happen. So for Summerville, heartbreak last week, coming into this week, and just trying to get their heads right and come out of here with a easy victory. And so far, we're on pace for that.
Well, the Summerville cheerleaders are out on the field. We'll stay here for that. You can watch along. Look at some of our amazing NorCal Sports TV sponsors, and we'll be back for the second half soon.
Let's go north.
Bears fans, the Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com. When it comes to safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections. Voted best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. JBixlerInspections.net.
The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through three functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Hello Bears fans, the Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
When it comes to safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections. Voted Best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. JBixlerInspections.net.
The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game. At Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
When it comes to safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections.
Voted Best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. jbixlerinspections.net.
The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support.
Second half underway in Tuolumne. The Summerville Bears lead 44-0 over the River Island Riptides. He's Danny Scott. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and we have a running clock. At the very end of the first quarter, they started the running clock, and they prematurely started it for the second half as well. We'll be out of here in about 30 minutes, but also on NorCal Sports TV right now, Sonora playing against Houston for what basically is the TVL title game, and we'll send you to that as soon as this game concludes. Don't click over quite yet, even as the thrilling match continues there down in the valley. Danny, quick recap of the first half.
Well, Summerville scored, and then they scored again, and scored quite a few more times. And then we got to the second quarter, and then no one scored. But, yeah, Summerville, very good offensive and defensive performance in that first half. The first quarter, like we mentioned, those 44 points coming out making an absolute statement that they weren't going to let last week affect them, and they came out, got the opening safety, got a pick, quite a few rushing touchdowns, I believe 2 by Cash, 2 by Biggs, and Summerville and Evan Roberson starting the second half off strong.
45 yards, Evan Roberson touchdown. Summerville hits 50. Here it is again, Roberson, what I believe is his first touch in the running back position. Second, my apologies.
Yeah, he had that one good first down run in the first half and gets his second one and takes it almost 50 yards to the house. But still seeing Bryce Leverosen at quarterback, hands it off to Roberson, and a quick 6 points here for Summerville in the third quarter.
They will put in Malachi Lopez to hold for Bryson Benitez instead of the normal Luke Larson. He'll still able to get it through just over the crossbar.
Caldwell Insurance, our local team is dedicated to providing you with quality personal and commercial insurance programs. Whether it's for your home, autos, farm, or business, our professional team of agents can find the best protection at a competitive price. It's our family-owned and operated agency that will provide you and your loved ones protection under our roof. Give us a call at 209-532-5102 or visit our website at caldwell-insurance.com. When it comes to safety, is having the best important to you? If you answered yes, look no further than Jay Bixler for your home inspections. Voted Best of 209 5 years straight. Whether it's residential or commercial, get in touch with your premier 209 area home inspectors. Sonora, Modesto, Manteca, Stockton, Turlock, and all the surrounding areas. JBixlerInspections.net.
51-0, Summerville leading River Island, and the injured Bear. Looks like Braden Bustamante, he got injured against Calaveras late in the second half, and he's been having some issues, but they're going to walk him off the side of the field. Hopefully he'll be ready to go next week against Hilmar. That's the last thing you want, especially in a game like this, is players getting injured when they should.
Yeah, and Bustamante, only a sophomore. You kind of hope that you see him as one of the future staples of your defensive and offensive line, but walking off gingerly, needing some help to get off the field. Hopefully he'll be okay. I'm sure trainers will check him out, and we'll let you know if we get word what's going on.
We mentioned Malachi Lopez, the holder, on the extra point, and you noticed Larson's out on the sideline.
Yeah, he's over there sitting on the bench with one of his cleats off. Not sure if it was a wardrobe malfunction or if something going on. I noticed he wasn't in much of that second quarter, and I thought originally that was just because they were up by so much, but still not in the game.
Fairly decent return for the Riptide. They'll place it at the 16. First game at home for Summerville in the month of October, and the pink is out, supporting breast cancer awareness. It seems like each year there's more and more pink as the issues occur throughout the world, and everyone wants to make everyone else aware, make the changes to keep that from happening.
Yeah, it is very funny how much pink you see on the football field from both sides. I see a lot of guys showing their support, but kind of funny that you see pink on a football field, such a what most people consider a very manly sport, and seeing a lot of pink out there. But very cool to see everyone supporting. And Kyle Ciela, big number 79, making the stop on that one.
Half-yard gain for the Riptide. Looks like Solaya will come out for this next play after he combined on the tackle with Bo McCready, my apologies. Second and 9 to the air. Releases fast, and the huge hit as it goes incomplete. That's Orlando Lopez with the pile driver. No flags. Should we see it again?
Wouldn't hurt.
Well, not us, at least. It was Dea.
Despite the receiver not having the ball, what a tackle there from Lopez. Definitely, even though there's no reception on that one, it'll make him think twice about going into the middle of the field with Lopez trolling out there.
Imagine if Larson was still in play. Here's Dea rolling, throwing with his right hand, moving left. A tough throw for any quarterback, and he made it look easy. It's Ugorji again with a first down play.
Yeah, Ugorji's kind of, him and Henry have been the two main characters for this River Islands Riptide offense. But a good first down reception on that one.
First and 10, Riptide. Dea in the pistol. 3 receivers go deep from the right side. Flat is taken. Dea will release it to the man who cut up field. He got the reception into Summerville territory. And the Riptide in 2 plays move about 30 yards.
A good reception there from El Ferrara, the guy that started the game out at quarterback, now moving over to wide receiver. And you see on that replay, could have been a penalty in the backfield for a hold there against River Island, but Summerville up so big, the referee elects not to throw the flag.
You saw him go out into the flat. He was the receiver closest to the line. He moved right, and when he was covered by Owen Herrera, he cut up field. That's where Dea saw him into the open spot, found the target, and it earned them the first down, although when they go back to the run play, it goes nowhere.
Yeah, Henry getting the run on that one. Has had a few good gains so far in this one. That one, Whitney gets him in the backfield and gets him down on the ground for a loss of 1.
Second and 11, ball directly on midfield. They'll send one receiver all the way to their own sideline at the very top. They'll be guarded by Orlando Lopez. And then one on the short side of the field from the bottom. Fakes the first, gives to the second. Running to the right side is Alex Henry the third. He's got some momentum moving towards the first down marker and gains the yard back plus 7 more.
After getting stuffed in the backfield on that one, gets it back and quite a few more. Bringing up 3rd and manageable here for River Island, and their first drive really getting into Summerville territory. They creeped in on that one that we mentioned in that first half, but then Summerville instantly put them back. This time, 8 yards into Summerville territory, trying to get a first down.
3rd and 3. Dea, pistol, back in the set with one receiver to each side. Dea will give it to the first man, cutting right to left. He finds a small hole. He'll cut through it. Maneuvering like a puzzle, earns the first down.
El Ferrara again so far this drive has been him, Ugorji, and Henry leading the charge here for the Riptide. Trying to get some points on the board.
Dipped under 3 minutes left in quarter 3. 3 first downs on this drive.
Yeah, the first drive for River Islands in this second half, and making up to be a good one for them.
They run again, bulldozing through a bear. Gains 5.
Yeah, Henry running hard on that one. A strong 5-yard rush, bringing up 2nd and medium.
Straight through the chest of Bryce Rathmill. Rathmill's one of those players that you can't move him easily. It's like trying to pick up a brick house. And Rathmill got taken to the ground fairly easily on that run.
I was about to say, it's not usual that you see Rathmill on his back. Usually he's the one putting people on his back.
They go back to Alfara. He's trying to escape. He goes down for a loss of 5. What they just gained on the run, taken right back to make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Whitney doing a good job of staying contained there, able to get Alfara down for a loss of 5. Just able to get a shoestring tackle, but does enough to hang on and let his buddies get over there and finish him off.
3rd and 10 from the 35. They've had 3 straight first downs. Dea will try to make it 4. Alfara will be in the slot on the right side. Dea, the snap, looking to the air, scanning the field. Options, goes over the defensive back for the reception and the first down. Beautiful play by the Riptide.
And it appeared to me from up here, Granted, that was on the far side of the field, but it looked to be good coverage, and a good pass there from Dea, just able to slip it in right over the defender. Good enough for the Riptide first down.
Best drive by far for River Islands. But can they find the end zone? That's what they're searching for. Michael Figueroa at the bottom. Dea rolling. He has the option to pitch. He does. And there's the Bears coming in to slaughter him after the 6-yard gain. Make it 7.
River Island offense definitely looks like they've come out and made some adjustments. Also noteworthy that it is the Summerville second stringers in this one. Most of the starters have been pulled, and we'll try not to get hurt for the rest of the game, but that'll bring us to the fourth quarter.
Bears fans, the Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
12 minutes left to play in this one. Summerville leading 51-0. At the end of one, it was 44-0. Summerville only adding 1 touchdown since that point. Scoreless in the second. Third quarter is what brought that last touchdown. And now River Island's a chance to put some points on the board and evade that 0. Here's the run from Henry III, earning the yards, flipping head over heels for another first down. That's 5 straight now on what could be the drive that finds Pater.
Yeah, River Island going back to the last quarter. Summerville scored on the opening play of the third quarter, and since then, River Islands has been on quite the run on this drive. It's lasted a quarter and then some.
I'd be surprised to see River Islands throw despite them having some significant luck. You don't want to have those defensive backs take that ball away, as we have the sack from number 33, Jonathan Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney having a good drive, having a couple of tackles, and gets the sack on that one, as they do elect to at least attempt to throw, and now you would imagine they're going to be forced to throw after that big loss.
Second and goal from the 16-yard line. The Summerville fans, they know they have a win. They want to see their team do good, although they also know that this is the first-year program of River Islands, and they want to see them do good as well. When you have somebody come into the league, you want to have some fun games, as this one's picked off in the end zone by Orlando Lopez, and Summerville will earn the ball back and start at the 20. Though, like I was saying, River Island's first-year program, Summerville fans know that, and they've actually been cheering on the Riptide because they want to have good games in the future. They want to see their team win, although they would like those entertaining games where it pushes forward a little bit more and you get that pushback from the opposing side.
Yeah, and we were talking about it a little bit pregame. We didn't know exactly, but we know River Island won't be a team that will be in the Motherlode League for the long haul. Right now, a developing program coming into, I wouldn't say a low level of football, but smaller schools they're facing so far this year. And Malachi Fromm getting the carry, another sophomore. Evan Roberson finally in at quarterback. But like we were saying, River Islands projects to be a school that will get big enough to start to compete with some of the bigger teams in the Bay Area in the future. First year as a program, still developing, and it's going to be probably, a rocky first 5 or so years for a program just starting out, but once they start to get bigger, get more kids, get more people out to the football team, you would imagine a school from Tracy will be able to figure it out.
1st and 10, bad snap. This will be against the Bears. Make it 1st and 15 now, and somewhat light crowd in Tuolumne. A lot of fans in Tuolumne football going down to the Valley and watching Houston Sonora play in Husky Stadium, in which right now they're tied at 24 apiece with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. As soon as this game concludes, we'll send you over there for that game. But with the fans, they have a drawing called Best Seats in the House, in which you can buy a ticket, put it in the drawing, they'll pull a random ticket, and then if you win, you get the best seats in the house, which is right in front of our booth. You get 4 nice seats with, the backs to them so that you can rest your backs. And the same people have won the last 3 weeks, and it's my good friends, the Shrams, and he's brought us up some soda, some pizza, and I want to give a shout out to the Shrams and West Coast Excavation. If you need any excavating, you can call West Coast, because the West Coast is the best coast.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Shrams. They've been very gracious to us, and I'm sure they love potentially being able to hear the broadcast in live time as well.
Roberson hesitates, decides to do it himself. He'll earn the first down to midfield.
And now definitely starting to see a lot of Summerville's second string and backups in this one. Couple of sophomores leading the charge on this drive, and with Roberson and Fromm.
Roberson, Fromm, taken down by the cleats. That's an 8-yard gain. Let's look further into the Riptide. Overall 1-5, league 0-3. They've played some tougher teams. They got a win against Modesto Christian, and now the rest of their season looks like this. Bret Hart next week in Angels Camp, which will be a very good game in the Motherlode League between those two teams. I think seeing now both teams play, the Bret Hart offense and defense showed a little bit more against this Summerville team than what the Riptide have been able to do, although I think the Riptide going into that game are going to have their heads held high, and it'll be a great game for the first 3 quarters, and the fourth quarter might really decide it. And whichever way it goes, I think it'll be a 2-score game, and it'll be decided in the fourth.
Yeah, I could very easily see that as well. As you know, me being a Bret Hart alumni, hoping for my Bullfrogs to pull one out, as Malachi Fromm takes it 42 yards into the house for a touchdown, Summerville. And he almost goes untouched, has a couple guys graze off of him, but the sophomore getting a long touchdown run. Haven't seen him get many carries so far this year, but does a good job and does a lot on this drive to help Summerville get up to hopefully 58 after this Bryson Benitez kick. Benitez up and good. I think we'll take a quick break here on NorCal Sports TV.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
58-0, Summerville leading River Islands in some little extracurricular activity after the extra point attempt. Here's what happened. Celaya went down on the line. You see him right above the white hat. And a River Island player kind of pushes him off. And one thing with Summerville is you don't mess with their guys. As soon as one thing happens, everything else will happen. And you see everyone else come in and try to retaliate, I guess is what you can say. And just a little extracurricular activity. No flags were thrown because of that. But we tick down to about 3 minutes left in this battle between Summerville and River Islands.
And one thing you got to be pretty happy with if you're a Summerville fan, you know, you're up 58-0 on the scoreboard. That is a pretty number, but there hasn't been many penalties in this game. The only penalties you've seen have been offsides and false starts on both teams, but no unsportsmanlikes, no extracurriculars really until we saw that one. And as I say that, of course, there's two guys going after each other. But as I'm saying, Summerville's played a very clean game. We start to see a little bit of extracurriculars going on.
River Islands, Bret Hart next week in Angels Camp. They'll be back home on October 26th due to Millennium not having their season. They picked up a game against Viewpoint out of Calabasas. Then to end their season, they will be at Riverbank, which will be another great game for them. I don't know much about Viewpoint, but I know Bret Hart and Riverbank will be two great games to end their season, and they can look on, start next season with possibly 2 wins at the end of their season, or at least 2 great games. For Summerville, back at home next week on the 18th with a late game pickup against the Hillmar Yellow Jackets, who played Sonora last week. Sonora took that battle 45-28, and Hillmar, it's a team that Summerville has played in scrimmage the prior 2-3 years, and so Summerville knows a little bit about them. They just happen to have a game open where both of them can actually play each other in a non-league matchup instead of a scrimmage. And it'll be fun to see. It's one of those games that Summerville, they can really determine at what point they are, not only in the season, but in the rankings in the Sac-Joaquin section.
Yeah, Hillmar is a pretty good team, as also a Bret Hart alumni. I went to Sonora for a couple years and always played against Hillmar, and they're always very well coached, hard-hitting team, and I would imagine that's going to be a pretty darn good game between Summerville and Hillmar. Two hard-hitting country teams that we'll see go next week.
After the Hillmar battle, Summerville will be on the road for the first time since the October 4th. They'll be down in Modesto against the Big Valley Christian Lions. That'll be their senior night. And then Summerville back at home for the final game of the season against the Linden Lions. If everything holds up as we are really looking, then Summerville still has a chance at the league title, but it will be shared with Linden and with Calaveras. But Linden has to beat Calaveras first, then Summerville has to beat Linden at the end of the season. There's a few things that can happen within that. If Calaveras beats Linden, they're going to outright win the league title. If Linden beats Calaveras and Summerville, they'll be the outright title winner. Or if Linden beats Calaveras, Summerville beats Linden, then we have the 3-way tie, which we haven't had in a couple years. Summerville Bears take this one with a score of 58-0. Danny Scott, it's all up to you. Player of the game.
I think you got to go Orlando Lopez in this one. Has the 3 interceptions. Didn't find the end zone. A couple other guys noteworthy. You had Isaac Biggs with the 2 touchdowns, Colton Cash with the 2 touchdowns, but Orlando Lopez making the difference on the defensive side of the football. Had the 3 interceptions, had a good offensive run. And before we get out of here, just want to shout out everyone for listening, including my buddies out on the East Coast. So thanks for tuning in here tonight.
Thank you once again from my viewpoint. I mean, both of us together. Thank you all for watching, supporting Summerville Bears football. For us tonight, 58-0, Summerville takes down River Islands in their first Motherlode League matchup and matchup in history. We will send you down to the Valley Husky Stadium as the Houston Huskies currently lead 31-24 over the Sonora Wildcats, with Sonora trying to attempt a field goal from about 35 yards out right before the half. This has been Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.